Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of time off from the politics and all the different videos I've been making about that. So I want to talk about something I do every day, which is work with WordPress. I talk to a lot of business owners who have websites, most of them templated websites, and they don't understand the value of having plugins on their website. Um, for instance, if you got a GoDaddy site, GoDaddy's a templated site. There's no place to put a blog. There's no plugins. There's no features. It's pretty much a dead site. Easy to put up. Never worry about the site getting hacked because it's on GoDaddy servers, and it's a pretty trouble-free site. But it's really not a very good site as far as doing stuff with it, or putting up blogs or doing SEO or doing any of the other stuff with it. It's a fairly dead site. So I want to talk about why WordPress to begin with. And of course, I use WordPress every day. And here, I thought this site laid it out fairly well. What is it? It's web integrity, and say open source. Okay, open source means anybody can add to the code. Anybody can make it better. Easy editing. It's a great content management system. You don't need to know HTML. You don't need to know languages in order to do it. It's easy to add stuff to, very easy to add a blog to. It's dynamically functionality. It's easy to add themes, change themes. Very SEO friendly, and I'm going to show you how in a second. And Google loves WordPress. The very biggest thing here is Google loves WordPress. And the other thing here is over 75 other million sites use WordPress too. So if you're not using WordPress, you're really, can I really say it? You're a fucking idiot. Okay, if you're a fucking idiot if you're not using WordPress. Okay, that's basically it. It's probably the greatest CMS system there is on the internet. So I'm going to show you, but not all um, WordPress sites are the same, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to take you to a site. Let's show you um, the control panel of the site. And this is a site that's built on WordPress, but if you look over to the options, um, there's no plugins. The plugins are not here, so you can't add any features to it. And there's also no, if you look at there's no themes, no dynamic themes with this either. So what's up with this? Why isn't there any plugins on this particular site? If you go to Built With, and I like to use this site, and you look for the server, I mean the hosting account, which is the reason why they don't have any plugins. And I looked up hosting. It's Media Temple, and I think they're out of where are they from? I think they're out of California. I looked at this. I thought maybe it would be free because I know the guy that owns that site, but I don't know who his hosting is. But I looked up, and they're easy. Their simplest site is $20 a month. So I don't think that's the case. So what's going on with this is either they're not activating the plugins in some sort of control panel here, or it's not part of the hosting, which generally, when you don't have plugins like that, means you're going to a free hosting account, WordPress I think is it .org or .com, I can't remember which one, but one of those is free, and you're using a free hosting account, and you're not getting the dynamics of having the plugins and being able to add those. So that's not the way you want to run a WordPress site. Let me show you another WordPress site, and I'll show you what really works with WordPress. Is on this site, you can see that right here's your plugins, and I'm showing the plugins right here. And one of the plugins, there's two plugins I always put into a WordPress site: WordFence Security, which has never let me down yet, and the all-in-one SEO package. Now, I've been around the SEO business for a long, long time, and there's a lot of things that in SEO that have worked in the past that don't work today. We used to be that you could SEO stuff pretty quickly, pretty easily, and you get some results. And one of the things we used to do a lot was we used to use a lot of link building. Link building used to be a great way to move yourself up in the search engines. Lately, Google has been very stingy with link building, and you can go out and create a lot of links, that created a lot of articles, and create a lot of content online, and Google basically ignores it. And if you're going to do that, you got to be real careful, because there's a lot of sites out there that you got to be careful, because you can start to being negatively impacted by Google with spammy links to your site. So you gotta be real careful. So you get a lot of links and go nowhere. One of the things I find that's really working right now is with this plugin, this all-in-one SEO package. If you go to the pages and you can separate each page with this SEO title, description, and keyword. And you can do that on practically everything. This is really working right now. SEOing a page through this plugin is really helping to make the page advance in the search engines. More so right now, I think, than anything else you can do. So if you don't have that feature on your website, you've lost this entire ability to do that unless you go back and you SEO each page. But this makes it really simple to do it. You can do it really quickly on all these different pages with this. It just hit the the ability to here to edit, and then just put in whatever you want to do and check it back, and it's edited. And that really is working well right now. So that's what I recommend. And of course, if you've completely cut yourself off from that feature, if you don't have those plugins. Not to mention the fact, if you want to add shopping carts, if you want to add all kinds of stuff, a myriad of stuff that people have developed out there. And sometimes you have to be a little bit cautious about plugins. You got to make sure they have good reviews and that they've been downloaded and have a good rating. But most of all, the plugins really work. And without that, you've really screwed yourself. You really shot yourself in the foot. So once again, WordPress is the best content management system on the internet. Make sure it's a WordPress site that hosts plugins, so you can actually utilize the plugins. Two plugins I recommend is SEO1 and WordFence. And with SEO1, make sure you title all the pages with descriptions and tag everything you can with that feature. It works really well. It's easy to understand. And I've used Yoast too, and I think SEO1's much better than Yoast in my preference. I know a lot of people like Yoast. I'd rather use SEO1. So anyway, that's a feature. That's just something quick if you're a WordPress person that I would highly recommend and take advantage of. And if you're a business owner, for Christ's sakes, quit using all these stupid templated sites and start using something that makes a little bit of sense. WordPress is the way to go, and it's never let me down yet. And I don't think it's let many other people down too. So anyway, plus Google likes it, so why would you not like WordPress? And one other thing I want to talk about is with Google, I put a lot of content up on Google+, and I've noticed, we used to get more benefit out of that than we're getting now too. So I don't know if something's up with Google+, or they're making some changes, or those things are, right now it's a little bit in a lull as far as adding content to Google+. So we'll see. But anyway, right now the SEO1 works as well as anything I've done in the way of SEOing right now. So I appreciate you listening. Thanks a lot.